God, that was the worst.
It was a pretty bad one. It was
Next time we do
a drop and deuce.
Yeah, drop and deuces. We'll definitely
Highlander.
do the Highlander fucking shitty. Why
What
would
if
I
they
put
did
myself through that?
What if they
Jesus.
did a He-Man Highlander crossover?
Watch
Did
your
we
mouth.
talk about? Oh, well, we're not there yet.
Maybe it would like save it.
Watch your mouth.
Hey, it could make it
Skeletor
something.
just kills all the Highlanders.
Oh yeah, with
And
one.
then you're like, cool, and He-Man just comes up and stabs him in the back. He's like, that's out of character.
yeah.
You know what would be so funny though? If they did a crossover like that, and then the first 5 minutes they just wipe out the Highlander portion of it, and then it's just a He-Man movie the rest of the time.
Like they're driving these weird track vehicles that have like fucking like duck paddle wheels are on.
It's called The Revenge of Orko. Leave me out of the movie, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
I'm coming back.
And just in the back of the He-Man movie, the backdrops are kind of like Highlander style.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's
all
the only
Scottish.
homage.
Sean Connery will voice him.
It's all nothing but Sean Connery.
Yes.
What was his name in the movie?
Sean Connery. I don't remember.
Yeah. I'll remember it here in a second.
Dude, okay,
So
so
I think we've digressed a little bit.
I do have to talk about Sean Connery though, because the
Hey.
Saturday Night Live Celebrity Jeopardy skits.
Oh, it's one of the best.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? Like you say, animal noises, and then he goes, "Animal noises for 400," and he says, "This is the noise a dog makes." And so Sean Connery writes down "moo," and he goes, "No, that is incorrect." And he's like, "Well, that's what the sound your mother made last night." And you're like, "Oh my god, dude!"
I always like how Burt Reynolds pops up in those.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
no,
hey,
it's not my name.
Yeah.
Oh right, Turd Ferguson. Please pick the next. Yeah, it's a big hat.
Yeah. There's some.
Yeah, those were great for
Yes.
sure.
Unbelievable. Anyways,
Oh, yeah.
we really digress now.
Okay. Let's get back to streaming on because we haven't even talked about it yet, so we're getting back
Yeah,
to
so
it.
we're going to get back to it because
Yes.
we haven't been there before.
Netflix has got Blade Runner Final Cut on it.
Saw that.
So, and then Hulu, and I started watching this movie, which I really want to sit down and watch, is Wrinkles the Clown. I know I talked about it
Yeah,
months and months
yeah.
ago that it was coming out, but it's basically about some scary clown that actually put up stickers and flyers and stuff like that, and he would scare little kids. He went viral on the web from sneaking out of some little kid's bed.
That's terrifying.
So like parents would call and basically say, "My kid's acting up. Will you come scare the shit out of him?"
What?
Oh my God.
For real. So and
I miss my calling.
yeah, exactly right.
He gets
And it's
paid
in-
for this?
Yeah, it's in Florida. So
Oh, makes sense. Never
yeah,
mind.
it's in Florida. And then Amazon's got the worst movie of the 1990s on it, Dick Tracy.
Not good, that's for sure.
Yes, it's one of the worst movies ever.
I would have to.
That's one of the
maybe
reasons-
not worst movie because Batman and Robin was made in the 90s as well.
No, this one is far worse.
No,
far
fuck that.
worse.
Fuck
Far
that.
worse.
I disagree. We'll have to arm wrestle later.
I'm just going to say this. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Return of the Killer. I just
No,
had to say
no,
it, I guess.
No. This one trumps it. It totally trumps it.
I'm just kidding. Anyways.
This is just like the worst fucking movie ever. And there's so many big people in it. Al Pacino, fucking William Forsythe. Nobody really knows who he is, but I do.
I know who William Forsythe is.
God, this is probably one of the reasons why I hate fucking Warren Beatty. Like literally, I'm just
dude,
like,
I think
fuck
that
him.
we may have had this discussion before. Name a good movie with Warren Beatty in it.
Who's Warren Beatty?
Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay, name one more.
No. And I'm not saying that's good because I don't like it because it's got
Sure.
Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway in it. So
Right.
that's one actor and another actress.
Is that really
like,
the name?
Bonnie and Clyde?
No, Fade Dunaway?
Yeah, Faye
that's her
Dunaway,
name.
yeah.
Fading away?
Yeah.
Okay, either way. I'm just going to move on from that. But yeah,
Mind blown.
those parents are dicks.
It's like yeah.
DX.
It's like Perry Farrell, Peripheral.
Oh my God.
So
No, yeah.
kind of on that Hulu stick, I haven't watched this yet, but I know the High Fidelity with Zoe Kravitz is out.
Yeah, yeah,
based
that's-
on the movie and book. More on the book, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Did anybody watch that yet? Or is it coming out?
I think it just dropped.
I think it did,
Yeah,
right?
I think
It
like
was
last
week or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's been out for a little bit.
I haven't seen it, but I'll probably try to watch a few episodes of it because I really like the movie. I've never
Yeah.
read the book.
Well, I actually like Zoe Kravitz acting for the
do
most part
too.
because she doesn't go outside of a comfort zone that she plays because she's a certain style of actress.
She's going to be Catwoman soon.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
But either way, I liked her in a couple of things that I've seen. But besides that, I wanted to watch a couple episodes of that. It seemed pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
She was in a movie with...
And you've watched the movie, right, Mitch? With John Cusack?
No?
You should.
It's a pretty good movie.
It's good.
Oh,
John
wait,
Cusack,
the
Jack
90s
Black's
movie?
in it? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And wait, is that
Where
the
he
one
makes
where
the
Jack Black
lists of
blows
songs.
up?
No. It's
didn't think
where
so.
he makes the list of songs all the time, like playlists.
It's been so long, but
It's
yeah.
all about records. And
And he
making-
owns a record place.
Yeah.
And Jack Black works for him. And he's all the time, Jack Black's like, I got this band.
Yeah.
And he's kind of blows him, it's kind of bullshit, whatever. And then at the
called
end, of course,
Tenacious D.
and it is.
Yeah.
Pretty much. At the end, they play, I think they play Rock Your Socks Off or something. I don't remember what they play, to be honest. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie as well.
Yeah, it has
now.
been. Yeah, it's been a long time.
So I would recommend that if you haven't seen it, because that's really good. A couple other streaming things. Disney Plus. Of course, Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be released in August now. But they just cast Carl Lumbly. He did the voice for the Martian Manhunter on all the Justice League Unlimited, Justice League Doom.
Okay.
So he's got that Earth.
The conjecture,
Yeah.
the conjecture is that he's going to be playing Isaiah Bradley, which was the World War II guy that took the serum, the
Yes.
African American Captain
yeah,
America.
the one that they kind of just like threw in there with Protocide.
It was like 2003, I think. They retconned it all back in.
Yep. They kind of added that because they at that point too they added another guy that was like a big beefy dude.
Right.
That it took it and he became Protocide because they woke him up.
Right.
And then they retconned and went back to that Captain America too. So
And his story was
Yeah.
kind of cool. He was injected with the super soldier serum that they made, that trying to make the same Captain America stuff.
Yeah.
But he went on like covert operations, things like that. And then he ended up becoming a vigilante with a stolen like Captain America outfit, because there was no Captain America in the 50s because,
there was though.
well,
Well, if it was stolen,
there was, but there wasn't.
Yeah, exactly,
Because it
yeah,
wasn't Steve Rogers. He was in ice.
if
Yeah.
he stole it,
Yeah.
that would be truer to the name Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Bucky and Captain America in the 50s, but they the Captain America went crazy
Right.
because of the serum, and the Bucky did too. Both of them did, and then they were put on ice, revived in like the late 90s or some shit like that. There's been like 12.
I know, well, and I think going back to an episode we had where they were hunting down super soldiers in a story.
That's going to
I
be
think
cool
that
if
would
they
be
bring
a
that
cool
in.
story.
Yeah, if they bring that in.
Yeah, get at me, DC,
Yeah.
before you launch your 5G and
Yeah, you're-
ruin comics forever.
5G.
Yeah.
Last thing, Sony is making a Doc Savage TV show.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Which is pretty cool. He's like a 1930s action hero, not kind of a superhero, but not really.
He's Buckaroo Banzai.
He is kind of Buckaroo Banzai.
100%. He's a surgeon, neurosurgeon, musician, Indiana Jones.
So
Usually- everything.
Anytime
This is-
you name more than 3 things, you have to throw philanthropist in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
No, for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man in bronze is what they call him.
Yeah, that's right. And the direct quote was, "This is going to be about," and here comes the quote: "rampaging dinosaurs, secret societies led by dastardly villains, fantastic gadgets and weapons, death-dealing traps, hair-raising escapes, and plots to rule the earth."
Yes.
Wow.
It'd be an awesome show if they pull it off right.
Absolutely.
For real. Those old characters have translated so well, except for the Phantom.
Yeah.
The Phantom was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude,
stupid shit
that's
is this?
not really-
Power of the Bear. You know,
Yeah.
he was like fucking Brave Star for Earth.
Brave Star was so much cooler.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
That purple outfit. Fuck you, guy.
On the realm of streaming, though, I did finally finish Lock and Key.
Yeah.
They did change a lot.
A lot.
A lot. But-
I'm not done with it yet. I've got a couple episodes left, I think.
But I'm totally okay with what they have done.
It's definitely a different property, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like we talked about with Walking Dead, you can read all the Walking Dead comics and still watch The Walking Dead, and it's completely different to
Because
some
it
degree.
doesn't
you know?
always interpret
Yeah.
right.
It
And they
doesn't
did it
jive.
right, though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and it's really good. Like, I don't hate on it.
Well, like-
because it's different, it's just something different.
I was
Yeah.
surprised that they
Yeah.
were ballsy enough to create new keys.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
They did tone down the violence in that quite a bit.
Yeah, it was a lot more.
Lock and Key is a very, very violent comic.
Dude, open the first few pages of the first part, and you'll already understand because you see the violence and you see it gets dark quick.
On that note, they're making an Invincible I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that comic.
Is it the one about where Marky Wahlberg goes?
No,
out
get
for
out of here.
The fucking
Get out of here.
And he walks by and he's like, "Hey, say hello to your
There's a
motherfucker."
comic called Invincible, and they're making that into a show, and that's like one of the most violent comics
well
I can think of.
They're kind of getting
I'm
violent
like,
with them.
well, I'm
yeah.
trying to see, like, you obviously once they get to the screen though, they're toned down quite a bit.
Big time, yeah.
You know?
Well, Preacher was a violent comic.
Oh,
book.
100%.
And then they made 4 seasons out of it or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I still haven't finished it. What was another thing? Oh, this Sunday, they're actually
This Sunday?
No, well,
Coming up.
yeah. Well, no, that's going to be yeah. By the time you listen to this, these will have already aired.
See,
Yeah, it's Walking Dead is coming
You
back.
can watch it on demand.
Yeah, you can watch it on demand. And Better Call Saul is actually coming back on the air. And then there should be a new episode.
And this is
of
the final season of
Outsider.
Better Call Saul.
Well, I hope
Everything
so.
I've read
Yeah,
said
I
that
hope
it's going to
so.
be the last season for it.
It has been like over 2 years or a year and a half since they've released another, or they released that last season,
Right.
and it's so fucking great. You know, it's just that perfect companion piece. You know, it's not like Chachi in Charge or whatever. You know,
Charles in Charge?
Yeah, no. What is it? Chachi
Of My
and Choni?
Days and
yeah.
Joni and Chachi?
Yeah, Joni and Chachi. Joni loves Chachi.
I was totally on page with Dan though. I was like, "Is he saying
Same
Charles?
guy. That's the same
It's
guy.
the same dude. Yeah,
Is it really?
Yeah, they played
that's
Chachi on
why.
Happy Days.
Yeah.
He also
Well,
played Charles in Charge
It's
I've
not.
never
It's
even
not like
paid
that
that
spin-off.
of his days and his nights.
Yes, but it's also not like the Frasier spinoff from Cheers.
Right.
This is a great spinoff because it adds
Right.
more lore to the characters, which was just fucking totally great. And Bob Odenkirk is slaying it on that show. I mean, for somebody so comedic as he is. And so funny, he can cuss better than anybody else can cuss. If you ever watch any of the Mr. shows, he's fucking really great at it. But this show is like, it's a huge departure for him, which is such a great show.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And then The Outsider is still kicking ass.
I'm still on, just finished episode 2, and now my wife's on a 2-week vacation, so I
Yeah, so
won't
you
get
gotta
to
wait.
watch.
Hey,
any
no,
more of
it's
it.
cool though. It's
But
cool.
it's nice to have something like that you can ingest when you want to, you know?
yeah. And coming out the way it does is pretty good. So
You can ingest if you want to.
Have you guys seen that? And I just randomly popped into this because I keep seeing stuff about it. Have you guys watched any of the Harley Quinn cartoon?
not yet.
No.
Wow.
Really? Is
That's
it
all I'm
good?
going to say. Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Wait, it's more adult.
it's 100%. Dude, do not watch it with your child.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, did you
it's like fucking this. And yeah, I mean, it's just totally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, all the previews I see, like on Facebook, are always like they're bleeping out words. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. It's 100% that. I just watched the first episode and I'm like, I'll probably watch the rest of these sometime, you know? Like,
Oh,
when I got
well,
time to kill, you know? Harley Quinn's not my favorite character.
No,
You know,
no,
like
not at all.
and it's probably a lot to do because since Batman the animated series, she's been like in your face.
Yeah,
you
everything.
know?
Yeah. Well, you know, when I was watching cartoons this morning before I came over, you know, they were showing previews for the new Scooby Doo, right?
Yeah.
And the new
There's a
Scooby-Doo
new
show,
Scooby-Doo?
Yes,
It looks weird.
It looks exactly now. Wait until you
Don't.
hear this.
Don't.
Wait until you hear
Don't
this.
justify it.
It is a loosely based art style of Family Guy and all
Yes.
of those. Completely.
100%. It's awful.
Everything. And it's like, okay, so they're bridging that gap to be more family friendly, but at the same time having the same style of art.
That's crazy. And it's going to be family friendly.
Yeah, it's Scooby Doo. So,
Yeah, well,
you know.
dude, I don't know. I read something a long time ago. So this was way long, like 20 years ago. I read this article with the guy who wrote Scooby Doo or created Scooby Doo rather. And he said that there's always the possibility that Scooby was just a figment of Shaggy's imagination
But why did the other
because of
people
his
talk to him?
LSD trip.
Yeah. But why did everybody else talk
Maybe
to
he
Scooby?
just perceived that
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah, he only drove around in the mystery machine by himself.
He was just
tripping balls.
hanging in the back, you know,
Yeah.
by himself, and he thinks he's talking to this dog and eating food.
Yeah, but everybody else engaged Scooby throughout the whole...
In his mind, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I'm going to show Dan a picture of the new Scooby Doo.
Okay.
See?
Yep.
See? It's
Whatever, man. I don't care.
Scooby Doo's
Not
gonna
gonna
last
watch it.
forever. It's gonna be like they're gonna have Scooby Doo 2000.
Yeah.
it's gonna air after Knight Rider 2000. I'm bringing that back.
I just heard that.
You just heard what?
I heard him bring it back.
Yeah.
And speaking of bringing it back, I'm going to bring it back. We're going to jump
What,
over
sexy?
to comics. Yeah,
Yes.
already did that. Sorry.